What's going on, YouTube? Alright, got another video in the making. I'm a little behind, but got an 06 GTO. Today we're replacing the water pump. So far I've already taken off the two heater core hoses, taken off the thermostat housing, the tensioner. These 3 bolts are loose. I got 2 of those loose. Got one more, but in order to get to it, I got to take this pulley off. Top radiator hose is off. Took off the breather. On this one, it had a flathead or 8mm on the clamps. The stock pinch hose clamps over here. And this one, I've never seen one of these before, but it was on the top radiator hose. It hooks into the pipe and don't let you go back too far. But everything's gotten wet, but I'll cut y'all back on in a minute once I get it off and swap it out with the new one. That comes with the gasket. I'm gonna put the old tensioner back on, well, put the old tensioner on the new water pump. Gaskets. I'm not sure what that O-ring is for, but we might look at the instructions. But it's sealed. I think the O-ring goes in here, but I'm not taking it apart. Alright, cut y'all back on in a minute. Alright, y'all, excuse the noise, but got the old water pump off. And as an extra measure, I always take a single edge razor and scrape off. I guess it's my OCD, but make sure you got all the old gasket off. I need to go through all this work and then it leaks. Not even a little bit. So, scraped all that. I always double check with this. I also clean up the pump before I put some on it. Wipe it off with a rag. I mean, of course, this stuff gonna dry itself, but I still just wipe it off and put the new pump back on. Cut y'all back on in a minute. Alright, moment of truth. Got the silicone on. Got a smudge right there. Get that off of there. Alright. By this little nipple sticking out in the front, you're gonna have to kind of finesse it. Well, I am anyway. You're gonna get silicone everywhere. Let it rest here till you get the gaskets on. I always do mine like 2 bolts in and stick the gasket on. Line your hose up. Same thing on the other side. Probably don't need to, but I always put a little bit more silicone on the side too. Should have done that first. Put a little more silicone on here. You gotta cake it up on there because once you tighten the bolts up, it's gonna smear anyway. Just wanna make sure you got enough and don't leave no gaps. Tube sticking up. There we go. A little bit all over it. Line the hose up. Stick them on. Same thing with the other side. It's already some on the water pump side I do. Engine block side. Alright. Sit that to the side. One bolt in each side until I get it up to where I need it. Start your bolts. Make sure your gasket's lined up. Once you got like 2 on each side, you're good. You can let it go and let it hang till you get them all snug up. So you want to make sure all your bolts started so you don't rip your gasket. Drop one. It's 6 10mm bolts in it. And I go ahead and tell you, if they rusty, you better go ahead and change them. Because if they get in the head, get in the block and break off, you're going to be in trouble. Alright, I'll catch y'all back on in a minute once I got those tight and put the thermostat housing on. Alright, phone going dead, so this is a quick last overview. Old water pump is off. Everything's put back together. And I always take some degreaser and see the old antifreeze and stuff that's on here, that's gonna smell. Just gonna spray it and clean it off. Make sure before you take it apart, you always put your get a picture of your belt diagram, because all cars aren't equipped with one. So disconnect your battery when doing this. Put your breather back on. And that's it, man. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Till next time.